Hello. Oh my god. It's such a mess. Look, these are all my clothes. All my clothes hung up. All my clothes on the bed. I'm a mess. I have been sleeping with no bed sheets since like 2 days, which is nasty as fuck. But honestly, dude, I don't know. I'm just too tired sometimes. And I'm like, totally like, oh, fuck it. But also, like, my whole mattress is like white, and yes, I clean like myself pretty well, but like I'm still afraid that it gets stains. Also, I hang out like a lot on this bed, like when I work. I work from bed. But yeah, if it works, it works, you know? It's my bed. Nobody is ever gonna get in it because I am celibate and I just don't want anybody in my bed. So, anyways, that's that. I just, oh my God, what has my mind been up to lately? I don't know, it's been an up and down roller coaster. I think I let go of some past trauma. Like, I can look at past trauma now and it's like, wow, that was like something, but it's not like disrupting my daily peace anymore in the same way, so I'm glad about that, I guess. Also, I'm just confused, honestly. I'm just so confused by the state of this world because why does it feel like nothing's real? Or at least for me it does. I live in, like I always say, I live in a world. I live in a world. No, but honestly, I in my world, they're just flying unicorns and pooping fairies, and I'm just like, what? What's going on? Like, honestly, I'm very ignorant when it comes to like news and the world in general. I do know like that our world is in pain. Like, I can feel it. Like, I feel that Mother Nature is in pain. I can feel that people are very aggressive these days, and people also like have like, I don't know, I think build up anger, and there's a lot of build up anger, and I can feel it, and there's a lot of frustration going on. But I'm just like, I'm sorry, I have enough to deal with in here and up here. I can't deal with all that. You go on, you go on, you do you. I'm trying to like incorporate myself in a way where I'm like, you know, part of the solution or something. But I think I'm just doing it on a minor scale. Like, I'm just like very internal, I would say. It's all about the inside. Yeah, so I am just honestly, also, by the way, that's what I was thinking about yesterday. I think the fact, look, okay, let's dial it back because I have ADHD, so my brain is like, bah, bah, bah. So I'm just gonna dial it back a little bit and come back to reality. So, where I'm coming from is I think all of us, we are so caught up in how we were raised and the structures we had and the trauma we endured that more often than not we handle so much out of it. Like, I can see it with like people in relationships that love each other obviously, but at the same time how they talk to each other is not how they would, like, it doesn't seem like they love each other. It's like little children like saying, fuck you, I love you, but fuck you. It's like, can we communicate in a like normal way? It's like, it's really weird because literally I had this friend and her boyfriend, they talk to each other, and he's like saying, I know you like certain things, that's why I buy more of them, like food wise, so I know you can take. And then she was like, well, pfft, why are you even doing that? I'm not buying things when I go shopping for you. Like, I don't automatically think of you, and like, why would you do that? And it's like, he's doing something nice. I'm just confused, okay? Some people confuse me. But I feel like, well, it comes out of different patterns. And well, she's been talking about that she's like, does not feel like physically like her best self. And like this whole thing. And he always buys like products that are more on the produce, like more highly produced stuff. And so what then happens, obviously, our brains are addicted to like produce foods. Because you know, they have sugar and chemicals. It's amazing. Give me more. And honestly, oh my God, what the fuck is going on with me? I feel when I don't talk to you guys very often, you know what happens? When I then suddenly turn on the camera, mind you, it's been a week. It feels like it's been a year. I didn't get so like rumped up and high that I'm like, dude, my whole energy. It's like I'm an introvert and then like I put on the camera and I talk to you guys and I'm an automatic extrovert and it's like, what the fuck is gonna happen? What, I don't know. Or I'm just like really weird, which I know I am, but it's like, I don't know. Well, anyways, I don't know. There's a weird form of like communication happening, and then she has past traumas with her parents, and like he has trauma because his dad died very young, and then she has trauma because her mother always screamed, and it was this like passive aggressive love, and then she has like manipulation tactics, and he doesn't have the best confidence. She tears him down. Oh my God, she told me like today, she's like, yeah, I have to take a few steps back until his like confidence is built back up. Like, girl. And I told her, girl, I don't want to include myself here, but I think you need to just dial it back, you know? Don't dial it back until his confidence is back up, because what do you want to do? Tear it back down? I mean, also, like, you know, certain people want to do... Look, okay, I know her, like, past boyfriend, which is so horrible, but I don't want to get, like, emotional, so I'm just going to say it factually. So you are clear that I'm not, like, just blabbering over it, but it's more like, I want to just get the facts out. Okay, so her past boyfriend died. What has happened afterwards, she met him. Now, she's always afraid of him dying. So she's like, I'm pretty sure that she is, because she's like mentioned it like past here and there, which is so clear, because girl, you got trauma. You never go into therapy. Mind you, your parents were a little cuckoo also. Like, you need therapy, but girl, okay, you don't want to go. It's not my business. I mean, I don't go to therapy. This is my therapy. I'm gonna be honest. I tried it. I tried going to therapy, and one of my therapists, it was a male. He told me, well, you know, I told him I find it uncomfortable that when I go outside, I feel like people sometimes stare, especially men. He's like, well, you know, you're a good looking woman. That's why they stare. I'm like, dude, first of all, hold on. And then also, like, I had a sexual trauma, and then I went to him and he was like, tell me all about it in detail. I'm like, you know what? How about I don't? Also, I need to turn on the light, but then it's just gonna look worse. So if you see like things, I'm gonna just turn on the light, because at this point, it's getting darker. Okay, my point is, she has past trauma because she had a boyfriend that died, and it's like she's so afraid of him dying, but that anything that she mentions is in like the way of oh, you need to look out for your health, and instead of saying, I'm worried about you, I love you, and I care for you, and I want you to just like live a long time because I want to spend the rest of my life with you, which for me would make like most obvious sense. She says, you're getting like very unhealthy, and you're eating shit, and you're not attractive anymore. Like, and she says these things, and I know they come out of a different like way of thinking, but the fact on how she says them, she just tears him down. She also doesn't build up his confidence, and she knows that. We've talked about it. She knows that, but I don't know. Then he has his own issue as well. But anyways, that's that. So where I'm coming from with this is that I want to say that I feel like we all have like so much trauma, and like because we're all just humans and everybody is interacting with everybody, and obviously we get triggered so easily of how we grew up and all these patterns, hereditary, and then all also I think there's so much more in our DNA than we want to like even acknowledge, and then our ancestry and what that plays, what type of role that plays. Also, I'm making a carpet or something, so I don't know, it's kind of ugly but it's also kind of weird, so I kind of like it. So I don't know. Anyways, so that's what I'm doing. But yeah, and then I'm just thinking, so because it feels like the people that are in power right now, you know, I think you guys probably know who I'm talking about. I think they're just like responding out of trauma. And I feel they have not been told no in their lives. But I especially think they have not been told no by like probably their parents. And I think that's where it comes from. And if you grow up and nobody ever tells you no and you always get what you want, you think that you can treat people like shit and you can start doing certain things, hint, hint, and it doesn't have any consequences. And because also you do get away with it. And it's so ironic because when you think about it, it's probably all just deep, deep trauma. I don't believe that. Look, I think even the people where we say, oh, this is just like, we like to use the word narcissist, psychopath, or whatever. I think it's just a trauma response more over than not. And yes, psychopath is technically a brain malfunction as well as like bipolar or malfunction. I would say they're just patterned differently. It's like ADHD. Like we're all just patterned differently. And I think actually when you look at the past, different like skills were good for different survival mechanisms. Let's be honest here. But as an example, ADHD people like me, I think it's great because I do think it also often comes with like obviously anxiety and stuff. And like in this world, it doesn't maybe work. But if it would have come to like in the past, like really I don't know how many thousand years ago, but it's like I think it would have been very practical because I would have been very aware about my surrounding. So I probably would not have been that like I probably would have been safe a lot of times because I would have heard things very fast because I have very good hearing. I'm very aware about my outside, and I think it's a survival mechanism. But I do think in our world, how we built it, it's not really practical. So I do think we're just too many human beings, and us being too many human beings with so much different like characters and individuality. And I mean, like we all have such a different brain structure. It's like crazy. Imagine we're like 8 billion people. I think we're coming up to 9. And it's like, it was so fast. And I think people are even getting more and more pregnant these days. I'm like, how do you do it? I see people that have like kids so young and like 5 kids. And I'm like, why would you like I think I don't understand it because I don't want any kids. Like I love children. They're I guess cool sometimes. But for me, honestly, I don't think I would be a great parent. And that's just that. I don't think I would be. And I don't want to be. So that's why I have way too much of like eating patterns that are very destructive. That I wouldn't first of all want to give to anybody else. Like, if you're just structured in a way, you have problems with a few things, you do not want to give that to somebody, even subconsciously. Like, snarky little comment if somebody triggers you, and mind you, kids do trigger. Like, you can't tell me otherwise, because at the end of the day, they are also just humans. So it's just like, yeah. Anyways, that's that. Me not wanting to have children. But yeah, I think more often than not, people are just big little babies. People are big little babies in the bodies of grown adults with a little too much power. And I think that then doesn't mix well. I but it's such an interesting topic, and I'm like I said, I'm more into like analyzing things kind of way, human, and I live through art and making music and drawing and writing poetry. I live through that, and yeah, I don't really, I'd say I'm not a good debates person, or like I would never go into politics because honestly I would lose all my facts. You know, we had like politics in school. It was so funny because everybody always like had their facts really straight, and I was like, so I do see the point, but I do not know the facts. So, you know, I'm just a philosopher at heart. So nothing like it's just not meant for me. It's fine. But I'm just saying, I think we're all just big little babies in grown adults' bodies, and we're behaving in ways that are so damaging to one another and hurtful, but we're not even seeing it because it's just like how we grow up and it's how we were raised, and it's just yeah, what we endured. It's not even just our parents. I mean, it's like school, it's being bullied, it's so many things. So I guess that's what I'm saying. I guess I think it's just not as easy as we'd like that. Like, it's just not like that a person is just inherently bad. I don't believe that. I don't believe that I believe people do bad shit, you know. I believe people are like at a certain time you should just take accountability for your actions. And I do believe that people do wrong things. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that I also believe that they, in their world, really think that they are doing the right thing also for them. And I believe that they don't believe that they're in the wrong. And I believe that they just don't know any better. Like, you know, it's like there's certain things I wouldn't say, but I would just say they're not using everything that they could, but or not. Because what I don't understand, if we can share love and grace and beauty, why do we like that? Why do we want to hurt, you know? And I'm that type of person. I know for myself, I do hurt people when I get triggered. Like, I don't hurt in that sense when, like, I don't just do any comments. Like, I know people that just it feels like they're rude out of nothing, and maybe they don't even know that they're rude. Like, they say things that they just grew up thinking that is normal, like commenting on other people's bodies and stuff like that, and commenting on their accomplishments. But like, I think that's like, I think honestly, focus on your life. Don't talk about anybody else. And that sounds me talking totally about other people. You know what I mean. You know, don't talk like in that sense. Okay, maybe I am a hypocrite. I don't know. But I was more saying, or what I mean is, it's obviously if you are in, for me, it makes more sense. If you have something nice to say, say it. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. But also here, that's different, okay? I'm talking to a camera. I'm not talking to a person right now. Well, I am talking to a person. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking to you. But I am not talking to, like, one person specifically that is, like, the person I'm obviously talking about. Or the people. they wouldn't watch that video. But you get what I mean. You get what I mean? Like, okay, what I am saying is, now I psyched myself out. I don't know. I've lost it. I think I've lost it now. You see, now I've lost it. Great. Oh my God. It's gone. Well, anyways, I don't know. If you, I mean, I'm always, okay, like, I believe in that concept. If I have a friend, if I don't have anything nice to say to them, I won't say it. Or if it's like, unless it's like more of a survival type shit, like if a friend has a booger in their nose, I will tell them, like, love, you got a boogie. You got a booger in your nose. Get rid of it. But what I'm not going to do is say, oh my God, you have really bad eye circles today. Like, you have really bad dark circles. You didn't sleep well? Like, that's not what I'm going to do. Like, no. Okay? Like, that seems so unnecessary. If it's like something that is, I think also maybe it's just sensitivity. Like, some people know what to say and some people just don't. I don't know. Maybe some people are just like more honest, which is also fine. But I'm like, that's maybe not for everybody. I'm too sensitive for it. You can't be that honest with me. No, you can, but you can't be like, you can't be commenting on my body. That doesn't work. Well, you can. You have free will. But I can say that I'm not really appreciative of it because I'm like, it's my body. If I wanna have like this or that, then that's my body. But then also I know a few things that I said in the past which may maybe contradict the whole thing that I'm just saying. But I guess that's being human, and I guess also, every day changes and we're different every day, and that I think is the beauty of it. But also, I think that's way too little acknowledged. Like, I'm a person, I can have one point on one day and next day it just switches because I have learned more about the topic. I've analyzed it more. I thought about it more, and then it just switches. And I think a lot of people on the internet, it feels like they don't give grace to that anymore. It's like you say one thing, you're that. Mind you, I literally say one thing today and maybe tomorrow I say another thing. And that doesn't mean that I don't stand behind what I said the other day. It just means that I see different sides of different things and I change my mind so fast because I don't know, like, there was a time where literally the earth was flat to people and then they realized it wasn't. And then there was a time where we thought stars were just stars before realizing they were actually dead comets, right? Right? Isn't that? I'm just so confused. Maybe. Or like other planets. Like, we don't know things until we really know them. And there's things that to me make logical sense that they wouldn't, be healthy, like taking some sort of taking drugs, wouldn't be healthy in my, like, it's not the it's not the healthiest, but there's also balance. But I guess there's balance. I don't know. I don't want to judge anybody. But like, it's more like, I'm not saying that I've not like ever done something in that direction, but it's more saying that there are things that are obviously not so good for your development, brain pattern, and everything. And there are things that are better. And we all probably know what is good and what's not. We all know that probably sugar is not our best friend, but it is our best friend and it makes us feel good in certain days and it does help. And at the same time, it's just so addictive. It gives us dopamine, but at the same time, we all know that it's a little poisonous. It's like the same with alcohol. We know these things, it's not like we don't know them. But it's like, also, there needs to be a certain type of ignoring things. Because what is there to life if we always rethink everything and we have to be aware of every little step we take. We couldn't do anything anymore. Do we take a shower? Do we not take a shower? Do we take a hot shower? Is that bad for the planet? Is it okay for the planet? Do we take a cold shower, or is it like then too cold? What does it mean? Can we even eat warm food? What foods can we eat? Where do they come from? But if we don't eat them, that means that workers that work there also don't get their money, because if nobody eats them, then nobody gets paid, and it's like this, it's this weird thing, you know. I think life is so fluid, and there's so many different things going on, and there's so many different opinions, and none of it is inherently wrong or right. There are just different facts to every story. And so I don't think that, like, I think every theory that everybody holds has some sort of truth, because for them it is a truth, and that makes sense. But doesn't have to be a truth for me, and I can decide that. And I can decide to be surrounded by people that are sharing my truths and my beliefs and my morals and my ethics, and I can decide that those people are for me and others maybe are not, because they are not inherently wrong, but it doesn't mean that we align in a way, and that's okay too. We don't have to, and that's fine, because we're literally almost 9 billion people on this planet, and we can't be besties with everybody, because that would be nuts. Okay, that would be cuckoo. So anyways, that's my little TikTok of the day. That's kind of what I've been thinking about. What are you up to? Okay, I am going to continue this, very probably for a lot of people, ugly carpet. I think it's pretty, okay? Well, I don't know about that. I think it's interesting, and I think it's fluid, and it has something weird and edgy, and it's kind of ugly, but I think that makes it special. Also, I really should do my bed. Please motivate me to do my bed. Can somebody just like be like, come on, I see you do your bed. And I'm like, I swear next time I talk to you, I better have it done. I better do it today. But I have a feeling I won't. I'm just too lazy, dude. It's just such a hassle. Who wants to do their fucking bed? It's like, it's the worst thing ever. If anybody likes to do their beds, you please say, you tell me. Because I don't. And I don't know who does. I think it's so nice to have the bed sheets all clean, and I have them here, but I just don't want to do the process of like putting them on. It seems like such an hassle. Oh, maybe my friend will do it for me, but I believe they won't. No. They doing it too. That's why they never clean their beds, which just is like another way of disgusting. So I think we're all disgusting. Okay, anyways, that's me.